Alright, you guys, we've got a story to tell you about this locker that we bought, and I just want to say that this is part 2. If you watched the last part, honestly, we didn't know anything about how this story was going to unfold when we made that video and when I was putting it together last night. This story takes a really wild turn and develops into something that we didn't really expect. So bear that in mind. As you watch this, we're just going to be doing like our typical unboxing, going through the units, finding things that we find. But by the end of the video, you're going to understand why the thumbnail, the title, everything ties together. It's pretty interesting. So here we go. Alright, you guys, so what I decided to do is, because there's so much stuff loose on the ground, I didn't have a bunch of bins today. I do have garbage bags, but I don't have a lot of room here to sort. I don't have a lot of containers, so I'm gonna get everything on the truck. I live just a couple miles away, so I'm just gonna put everything on the truck. We're gonna drag it back to my house and unload it there. They look pretty clean. I don't see any stains, but they always look different when you get them in the light, out in the sunlight. So, but anyways, I'm not gonna film this. We're gonna get on the truck. We'll pick up filming as soon as we get home. All right, and hopefully we'll find some good stuff here. All right, you know what? I'm thinking this unit looks tossed, but this is actually a really good sign. They got duct tape securing that, and duct tape looks like it's in good shape, so those have not been opened. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Some sunglasses, some cables in there. Might be some good stuff in there. Maybe this hasn't been tossed. Maybe they just put their stuff away like this, which boggles my mind. But, ooh, look at that. Got another TV. Alright, that's a good find. Yeah, maybe this isn't tossed. Vizio, that's better than the other one. Sweet. Well, there it is. I said it. As soon as you get out in the sunlight, you're going to see if it really has stains or not. And there it is. Big, huge, fat stain. And it's not that bad, but it's enough to make this mattress very hard to sell. Boo. Alright guys, we are back at the nut house, but I got all this to go through. Some of it already started going through. This is from the first load, and then I went back, and we got a little bit more here, a little bit in the cab, so we're gonna see how much we can get through tonight while we have some light. Let's get started. So, we got a gardener over there still working. I don't know if you can hear that, but we got these 35-pound dumbbells right here. I already listed those on Facebook, right on the back of my truck. Pacha, pacha, took the photos, got somebody. Oh, he just replied to me right here. Oh, he wants to come tomorrow morning. I asked $30 on these. He offered 25, so he'll come tomorrow. Got a bunch of hangers, I stuck those in there. Alright, so what do we got here? Maximum performance. Got a protein powder. More protein powder. Probably look in there just in case they're hiding all their money in there. Nope, it's protein powder. Here you go. In case you were curious. Sporting Waves gel, hair gel. Got a couple of brushes. Axe. Phoenix. If you guys want to make fun of Axe, I'll tell you what, I was wearing that when I met this one. So, product testimonial. Alright, back. We just took a little dinner break and then doing the live with Alex and Liz to celebrate them getting to 50,000 subscribers. Can you believe that? 50,000. Look at that. How much of little clear plastic baggies. Look at that. Brand new. We could probably use that for jewelry. I don't know what this is. Some kind of medication. But here we have some. The other one was empty. This one, Axe spray. How you like that? A little bit more cologne here, like barely anything though. All right, guys. So found one good thing. It's starting to get dark already. So found one good thing. This book right here. This I scanned into Amazon. This is actually a $20 book. That's why I just listed for $20. And it's hardly anything to it. It's kind of like poems. And this one right here is $3. All right, we're back. So obviously we didn't get much done last night after it got dark. gardener down there was using his blower till like 8 o'clock at night. It's like, dude, give it a rest already. I'm trying to film. So anyways, it's Saturday morning. We're gonna go to some soccer games pretty soon. First day of soccer for my girls. But first we're gonna get some of this done. It is also Storage Auction Pirate Mike's birthday today, so special happy birthday out to Mike. So we got this bin here. Let's see what's in it. I've already kind of started doing that. It's got like some bird poop or something on there. See that? I've had these before, right? The locker that we had with the little cash box, that gal was a boxer. And we had gloves just like that. They didn't have poop all over the bag, but they were very similar to these. Same bag. I knew I recognized that bag when I peeked in here. So here we have Mail and Company, a slim fit. It's definitely not something I'll be keeping. Slim fit, jacket size LL. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe it stands for Ladies Love. Just like LL Cool J. Look at that. We have a little hard drive. I use those actually for storing old videos, so that's a good find for me. And I am getting cigarette smell out of this. It's in here. We got some stuff in here. Let's look at that in a sec. Let's get this thing cleared out. Wow, look at that. That's a good $10 at least at the flea market. It's got, looks like it's been sitting in a garage or something. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, now. Okay. Alright, so we have a military jacket. There's a lot of metals on here. Is that the right word? Metals? For this right here. So, whoever this was, they were definitely decorated. And it does say here. No, I thought it said something there. I was hoping to. So, very interesting. Do you guys know what this is? This Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. The pants to go with it. Okay, that's good. Military items always sell really well at the flea market, so we're happy when we find military stuff. Here we have a little Sony DVD player. We're always looking to see if it's Blu-ray, because Blu-rays fetch a little bit more money. This will be maybe $5 at the flea market, maybe. Let me see a brand here. Harvard Taylor Company. From Korea. A little bit nicer quality. Some sort of attachment for maybe a steam cleaner or something. Here is an iPhone. That's definitely seen some better days, hasn't it? Here is what this goes to. Rowenta Ultra Steam. So this is some sort of a steamer for clothes. This is crazy because last night my wife was asking me, do you have any Expo dry markers? I say, yeah, we got a couple. She goes, no, I need the thin ones. Look what I pull out this morning. Guys, sometimes that's bizarre. Then my wife has a little whiteboard that she uses for soccer. She's coaching today. Boom. Welcome to the jungle. Military hat. It's kind of cool. Oh, what do we have here? Look at this. Pretty cool. I'll take a closer. Okay, now here we have Air Force. Alright, that's what it is. And that's what it is, folks. Air Force. Alright, let's see what's in this shoebox here. Oh my goodness. I just knocked the stinking ring in the garbage. That would have been a bad move. Little toolkit. Alright. I think I figured out why everything smells like cigarette smoke. It's where they dump their ashtray out, in this box. That's so disgusting. Beer bottles, cigarette boxes, and ashtray. Gross. Alright, next box. Okay. See what's in here? So, got a little space heater. Those are pretty cool. Looks like it's brand new too. Does not look to be very used. Here's just a suit bag. That's good for sit-ups or what do you call them? Crunches. Right? The standing crunches or whatever. I don't know what you call it. What do I know? There's some Nike slides. Those are good. Oh, wow. Look what I found. Look what I found, you guys. That is really cool. It's a Superman ring. It's pretty sweet. I won't be keeping that, but it says DC, copyright DC on it. But it's not silver or anything. But it's still pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Training to beat Superman, and it's Batman. That's pretty cool. Too bad this thing is so worn out. Someone told me recently that Crown Royal bags bring in some money. I don't see how that's possible, but I'm gonna put that aside. Okay, what is this? Look at this. Cards Against Humanity, a party game for horrible people. What? What? Alright. Oh, it's funny. It started with the Kickstarter right here. So, anyways, but the thing is, someone bought this, never used it, it's still wrapped, and I think we can sell that online. So if this is a small startup company, and there's not many of these floating around, there actually might be some value in this thing. I'm going to have to look that up and see. Here's a Black Panther movie ticket, collectible movie ticket. Alright, I looked it up on eBay, brand new, this game, 18 to 20 bucks, so not the value I was really hoping for. That's interesting, the McDonaldization of society. That sounds like an interesting book to me. Alright, pretty much everything in there was magazines. Time, GQ, Fortune was most of it, but I did find a few comic books slipped in between the magazines. Here's Batman Detective Comics. It's not worth anything, I don't think. It's a little tiny comic. I don't know what that is. Starman and Superman Red. It's a $1.95 comic. This one's a $1 comic, so this one's older, which no surprise, it looks older. But yeah, pretty cool. A couple of decent ones here. This one I listed for 20 bucks on Amazon, and this one, surprisingly, is a $30 book. Neither of these sell very fast, but I'll throw them in a box, and hopefully they'll sell in the next year or so. Air Force. I don't know what these are. There's some sort of coins for their military. And those are just in the bottom here. I must go. The video games need me. That's funny. Oh, what is that? Check it out. It's a MacBook Air. Dang. That's part of it. It's missing the bottom. I don't know if it's in here somewhere. How about that? That's pretty cool. Never found a MacBook Air yet. Okay, what's this? Pure Cardian Cologne. Actually smells pretty good. Found another coin. Army of Helaman. You guys know what that is? There's another coin. Japan Air Self-Defense Force. What? I've never seen that before. Alright, you guys, so we got these plastic bins right here. I got the duct tape off, and I'm kind of curious about these. These plastic bins, I often find good stuff in them. They're kind of like one of my favorites. So let's see if we can find something good in this one. Oh, we found some little Apple earphones there, and they look like they're new. And they are the lightning port ones. See that? That's good. That's for the newer phone. and it also has a little dongle there. We always lose these, so I love finding those. So that's a good find. These are like 20 bucks, right? 20 or 25 bucks. Batman socks. And they got some kind of like little cape on the back. That is pretty funny. There's the matching one. Okay. Ooh. Like that. Batman. Anytime we got some DC stuff or Marvel. Pretty cool though. I like that. That's cool. Video game guy. Another Batman. Boom. That's cool. I don't know what this is. Do you see that? No, it's just white powder in a bowl like that. I wouldn't think too much, but the fact there's a plastic baggie in there and a spoon, and all of a sudden that became very suspicious. Oh, and there's some drugs. Sleeping pills. Little watch here. Nothing special because it says made in China, which means it's not going to be too expensive. Grandeur. Trying to see where it's made in the back, but I don't see anything. But there is a big chunk right there in the glass, big crack. We'll put that aside. Oh, there's a big old Batman watch. Look at that. These big watches are, I think they're hilarious. Okay, this might be a little bit, okay, it's Armani Exchange. Another watch. These watches, you know what, we just put them in a nice little watch display case. Wipe them down real good, we put them in a display case. $5 each. Okay, here we go, another watch. This time it's a Festina. Also feels like it could be a little decent. I don't see on the back where it's made, but I don't see any big scratches or cracks or anything, so that's a little better. Look at some watches in here. I told you I love these plastic bins. Okay, Curry, number 30. That'll sell. Dragon Ball Z. It's pretty funny. These are Batman shorts. Look at that. And real quick, I wanted to just show. Last night I showed that Vizio that we found. When I was loading it, I heard. You can hear little parts jiggling around the inside. I didn't even notice. Look at that corner. It's terrible. That corner is busted. We got this nice Batman hamper. This guy sure loved his Batman. One of the last interesting things that we have to go through is the suitcase down there. So let's take a peek in that, but let me clear out this hamper and we'll get to it. Pockets are open. That's usually not a good sign. It usually means they went through it, took out anything good. Yeah, so if you can see in there from a distance, it is all paperwork, and there's a lot of sensitive information like address, social security, etc. I'm going through that off camera. Just want to show you two things that I found. There's the bottom for that MacBook Air. So that's a good find that we found that. But this was kind of interesting. This thing appears to be a brand new order. It's called It Works. It's Ultimate Body Applicator. Okay, there's two of them here. They appear to be sealed right there. And there's a number on there to show you which one it is. Right here, it shows how much they are. $59 each. It's $118 for those two little things right there. So I have had some luck in the past selling this type of stuff on eBay just as it came, and I just explained that I found this in a locker. I don't know the age, the order date is here, and they sell, and they do bring in some pretty decent money too. So it's good stuff. Let me go through this off camera. This is a military training coin, which is interesting. We keep finding military training, or military coins. I'm not sure exactly what they all are for. I assume that he finished some sort of training and received that as a kind of like a certificate of completion. Future of Nature book, and 3rd edition of McDonaldization. I'll look these up too. Alright, this is kind of crazy, this book right here, and I tell you, whenever I see a book with no price tag on it, this makes me much more interested. This one's selling on Amazon right now for $64.99, and the sales rank on it's like 350,000, which is not terrible. Might sound pretty high. This one right here, $4 I think. So this one's not even worth selling, but this one, good find. Okay, you guys, I'm sure you're wondering right now, what does all this stuff have to do with the thumbnail and the title of this video? We're looking at all these unboxing, not getting it, right? Okay, well, here's the thing. So this locker was owned by a young man. We had Googled him early on. Clean. Nothing came up. Couldn't find any dirt at all. And we were really looking because we find that safe with what appears to be drug trafficking stuff, right? Like, we found a scale. We found little pill capsules, the clear new ones, you know, and we found plastic baggies, like the little ones. Those don't look so hot, right? I think we can all agree those point in a direction that says drug trafficking. But I don't know. We couldn't find anything on him. So, and then on day 2, we start finding all the Air Force stuff, right? We found lots of Air Force clothing, and I didn't even show it, but near the end of the unboxing, in those big bags of clothes, we found a helmet. Actually, it's pretty cool, huh? That's pretty nice helmet. Found those before. They sell pretty good, 50 bucks, maybe a little more. And then we found a body armor vest. Check that out. I've never found one of these before. It's very heavy, and I think that'll sell too. Those are some really cool finds. But we're starting to find military stuff. So now I'm not liking where the story's going, right? Because we've got a military young man, Air Force, and then we've got what looks to be like drug dealer stuff. Guys, I don't like to tell that kind of a story, right? That's not a good story. But I don't make the stories up. We tell the stories as we find them. What I always like to say is that I'm just the narrator. The locker tells the story, okay? But I don't like the story. I don't like what I'm hearing here. But we got to tell it anyways. But as I started to wrap this up just today, I'm thinking, I don't like it. I don't like how this is feeling. There's got to be more to this story. So, you know, we went back to those letters, right? We went back to the letters that we found inside the safe, the letters that came from the jail. And we decided to look at the lady who wrote them, right? Because I remembered, Jana mentioned it, they came from a lady. It had a lady's return name and address on there. So today, I Googled her. The story blows up. Oh my goodness. So here's the deal. This is her boyfriend's locker, okay? She's writing, in a lot of the clothes, the Batman stuff, I think was all hers. I think she was the one that was into Batman. There's 2 different size clothes in that locker. Hers, I think, were the smaller ones. So they were boyfriend, girlfriend, I think, and she is involved, not involved, but actually the cause of a horrific DUI traffic accident. So she is 26 years old. This is November of 2017. She is intoxicated. She has a 0.15 blood alcohol level, and she has marijuana in her system. She drives a group of young people home from the bowling alley where they were all having a good time. And being that she was intoxicated, she veers off the road. Car goes off the side, rolls, and an eyewitness on the scene said that he saw the car going end over end. So end over end, really, that paints a picture of a car traveling very fast and the accident being very brutal. Well, one young lady, she's 16 years old, she loses her life immediately. Another young lady, 25 years old, is ejected from the car. She winds up dying a week later from her injuries. So this is terrible, right? Terrible. The other kids in the car, I think, and I call them kids, they're young adults, but they're, I don't know, okay, minor injuries. They survive, okay? But this lady, she's charged with murder. Because when you have a DUI and a death, that's a cause of a DUI, driving under the influence, you are charged with murder, or can be charged with murder, which she was. So she goes to jail, and apparently this young man sticks by her. He supports her through this ordeal, and we're putting that together through reading the letters. I'm not going to read the letters for you, but basically, like, she's talking to him, saying how much she appreciates him. It sounds like she was in a bunch of bad relationships, and she also maybe struggled with addiction problems. She's been friends with him for a while, and apparently she comes to the realization after some time that he's actually a really good dude, and she never appreciated that, but then she started to turn around and they got into a relationship, and then she gets in an accident. So it didn't seem like there was that much time before that, but it seems like he stuck by her through this. And I can't imagine that she had that many people in her life standing by her, because this is even more terrible, because it wasn't her first DUI, and it wasn't even her second DUI. It was her third DUI, and I think she had just gone through the classes from the second one before this third incident happened. And unfortunately, this one, lives are lost, families destroyed, and things happen that you'll never ever be able to fully heal from. This is big news here. Okay, so when Jan and I pull up the news articles on Google, we're blown away, because this is a local event, right? This is just 2 cities over from us. This is big news here when it happened. We are like, oh my goodness, we remember this story. We're seeing the family photos on the things. We're realizing we saw those photos on TV at that time. Jan was even going on to Facebook and seeing that some of the families of the girls who died, they're not that far away from us. They're like friends of friends. There's connections here. It brings us so much more to home for us. It's just terrible. And I just wanted to say, like, if there's any takeaway here, it's just that we've said it before. Like, be aware of the dangers of drugs, right? We've talked about that in other lockers, because we see it a lot. People lose lockers very often because they are in a drug addiction place. I mean, their lives are spiraled out of control because of drugs. Be aware of the dangers, right? For yourself, for your kids, for your family, everybody around you. Just be aware of them. Don't fall into those traps. But in this case, we have alcohol and we have marijuana, and those are 2 drugs that are both legal here in California. So we're not talking about heroin, we're not talking about meth, we're talking about 2, lighter level drugs being the culprit here. And of course, very, very terrible decision making on this gal's part. Terrible decision making to drive while you're intoxicated. Terrible decisions, and now she's going to have to find a way to live with that for the rest of her life. So, but anyways, not a real happy way to wrap up the story, but this is the way the story ends. So we did want to share it with you guys, just because when we realized that we have these letters from this lady, and this is such a big deal around here, we were actually just floored. Really, the gravity of the whole thing just kind of set in, and we're just like, oh my goodness, we have to tell this story from this angle. Just want to mention one other thing. Okay, let's just a little bit happier note, because we go through lockers to find items that are interesting to tell these stories with. These military coins. These are just some of them. I have a few more over there. But we found these throughout different places. Found even a couple more at the flea market. Maybe there's 3 more I found at the bottom of a bag. And I thought these were like some kind of like medals, like you accomplish something and they give you a coin. I think that's what they are. But we asked a guy that we know that actually knows this stuff about military. He actually wasn't 100% sure, probably because I didn't show it to him. He was just told about them, and he said he thinks he knows what they are. But what's interesting about these is that when the military personnel go off for R&R time, and they go to a bar, if there's a bunch of them in the bar, they pull these out. They're supposed to bring them with them. If they pull them out and one guy doesn't have it, that guy has to buy drinks for everyone in the bar. Pretty cool. If you guys know anything more about these, let me know. Alright, put it in the comments below. Tell me what these are for, and if there's any truth to that story at all, because I think that's a great story, and I hope it is true. But I hope you guys like this video. Alright, I hope you like what we do here, telling the stories as we find them. Hit me a thumbs up if you like it, alright? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of future videos when we put them out. Alright, thanks you guys. Alright, just wanted to caution you, be safe, be smart, be aware. And we'll see you next time, alright? Good luck to you, God bless you. See you next time here on Locker Nuts. Alright, I'm still just really impressed by these coins. I just want to give you guys a little bit closer look at these here before we end the video. Super cool.